Hi, this is Helena Hoyt, and I'm here to share with you what I've learned in SPSS this week. We're going to cover 5 topics: split file, sort cases, select cases, recoding into same variable, and finally recording into a different variable. I will be using the data set titled Class CC-IDI. The variable that I will be using throughout the video is titled time_rev. This variable has 5 different values, and the labels discuss full-time faculty tenured all the way to part-time faculty teaching here and elsewhere. So 1 through 3 full-time, 4 and 5 represent different part-time faculty. So let's go ahead and get started. You'll notice I'm in Data View, and I have my column of interest identified. I'm very interested in a split file. Right now you'll notice this variable, all 1 through 5 vary. As I go to split file, I can either use the icon here, or I can go ahead and look at Data, Split File. I can then make sure that I am going to compare the groups. I can move over time_rev and hit OK. We now see that the output has been executed, and you'll notice the column is already changed. We have a split file. I want to show you, though, the descriptive statistics, so I'm going to click on Frequencies, and I'm going to move over my variable and click OK. And you'll notice that we have the 5 different labels identified here within the statistical analyses. So next we're going to look at how do we now sort cases. It's quite simple. So I have a category identified in Data View, which is the column, and that's my same variable, time_rev. I have it clicked on, it's blue. Let's right click, and I want to show you that I can actually sort descending or ascending. You'll notice 5 all the way down to 1, or back to ascending, and 1 down to 5. So I could very quickly sort those cases. That's very similar to what you'll find in Excel. We're now going to move into select cases. I want to look at data for one group in particular. Let's go back to Data, and let's go ahead and look down at Select Cases. As I click on this, I'm going to be looking at different conditions. So under time_rev, I'm very interested in just those tenured faculty. I recall that was a value of 1. Time_rev equals 1, and OK is just going to pull up the full-time tenured faculty, which were labeled a 1. Very easily you can identify any cases in the data set that do not have that value. That would be a select case. Only gave me the output for tenured faculty. We now want to look at recoding into same variable. So within this variable, I mentioned there were 5 different values. I'm very interested in moving them into 2. So I'm going to transform and recode into the same variable. Time_rev, it's a nominal variable, so easy to do. I want to assign all of my full-time faculty a 1. So you'll recall we had different variations of full-time faculty, 1 through 3. We're going to go ahead and create them 1s, and then 4 and 5 were part-timers. I'm going to go ahead and identify them as 2. So therefore I have 1 through 5. Oops, I obviously made an error. I'm going to move back and get that 5 in there again. 1 through 5 now regrouped into 1 and 2. So as I continue and I click OK, we now look back at our data set, and everything has been categorized back into a 1 and a 2. So that's recoding into the same variable. I'm just moving the numeric value. We finally will be exploring recoding into a different variable. So I want to transform, recode into different variable, and at this point I want to use my favorite, but I'm thinking of a new name, faculty tracks. I'm going to label it fac_track. I'm going to change that, and again I would sign the same value system that I opted before. So I really just want to group into 2 full-time and a part-time group. So I will quickly make those changes. 1 through 3 as 1, 4 and 5 as a 2. As I hit continue, it takes me back to OK. We now look to see in the variable form if my command was executed, and there it is. We have created into a different variable the subset of full-time and part-time faculty. This concludes my video. I hope you've learned as much as I have. Thank you.